Yo, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to Mogul Mail. Now, this is a bit of just a rant. I really only have one question here, and a few other people asked it, but I figured I'd just take this one from Zach because I thought it was written pretty well. Hey, Ludwig, what do I do when I meet a streamer / a famous person in public? Good differentiator because they're different. I don't want to have a bad interaction or leave a bad impression. Here's an example of a bad interaction. Let me know what you think. All the best, Zach. Okay, well, easy enough. Meeting famous people. I don't see myself as a famous person. Is that weird to say? Like, I've gone rock climbing, and every time, like, I'll meet someone who will, like, look at me a bit funny. They'll look at you, and then they'll, like, look away, and then they look back again. Kind of like you have a big chunk of lettuce in between your teeth that looks like hideous. I've had a lot of things too where people will recognize me, but not the biggest fans of me. They'll just say things like, yo, did we go to high school together? The answer is always no. But again, I'm fine. I'm fine with these interactions. I like these interactions. I like meeting fans. Pretty much every single one has been a good experience, and it makes me feel cool. Like I was at the My Hero Academia movie release. While there, a few people came up to take pictures. And that felt cool because I was there with a few other influencers. So I'd go back to like Leslie and I'd be like, oh my God, like I'm so embarrassed. I enjoy acting like a piece of shit. That's just me though, because I've only had good interactions. But let's take a look at a few videos I pulled up here.
I'm at lunch, fucking weirdos staring at me like nonstop. It's like, dude, just let me eat my lunch. We get it, dude. Someone's famous or whatever. You follow them. It's weird. It's so annoying that I'm just like, all right, I'm sitting this way facing them, that I get out, switch seats, so they're like looking at the back of my head. The only thing that comes out of their mouths is like, are you Danny Duncan? It's like, bro, you've been staring at me for the fucking 30 minutes. You haven't figured it out if I am him or not. So I'm just like, no, I'm not him. We leave, and then we're just at the red light. Nothing's going on. And then all of a sudden, this fucking van whips a full-ass drink at the car for no reason. I'm like, what the fuck? So obviously, I'm going to follow the vans. We've been following them for like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Okay. Insane. I've never had an interaction this bad where someone threw a drink at me because I refused to take a picture. If someone comes up to me and I give them a bad impression, they will just always have that and they will think I'm a bad person. You know how like there's all the Ask Reddit threads, like which celebrities actually suck? And it'll be like, oh, I met Marilyn Monroe at this Starbucks drive-thru and she was such a bitch because they had a bad experience. And I get like anxious about having a bad experience or moreover giving a bad experience to someone. So, you know, if you meet me, there's a big chance you're meeting like cartoon character Ludwig. I'll immediately make a short joke, easy clap. Anyway, this video continues.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dude.
Look. Why'd you guys throw a drink at my car? Your husband threw a drink at my car. Why are you lying to me?
My son walked up to you and spoke to you in
That's
the restaurant,
great.
and you was rude.
I was never rude to him.
And this little son of a bitch run me off the road.
Why did?
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, easy. Don't throw shit at someone if you have a bad interaction. Drag them on social media. Feel free. Go off. Here's another video. This is Cristiano Ronaldo, world famous soccer player. They call him the Ludwig of soccer. And he went to like this coffee shop to get tea. And they were basically trying to see how many sips of tea he would get in versus how many pictures he would get asked to take. So on the top right, it's all the pictures. On the top left, it's all the tea drinks.
Oh. La última. No va a ser la última. Dame un sec.
I don't think it will be la última either, Cristiano. Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, he takes a lot of pictures. But, you know, at the end, he says this.
It's good. I feel good. It's a good signal that I'm a good player.
He likes taking pictures because it's a signal that he is a good soccer player, which, you know, weird barometer. I would say like your goal line, stat line, those can be a pretty effective way. But that's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is not a YouTuber or streamer. Pretty much zero YouTubers or streamers are going to be like that, with maybe the exception of PewDiePie. And he uploaded a video that was basically about why he doesn't like taking pictures with fans.
Epic announcement. I've decided no more selfies. Remember we used to have like a passcode, so like I notice if there's an actual fan that wants to take a photo of me and I'm cool with it.
So I actually did the passcode. I never knew PewDiePie did one as well, but I did one. It was like, yo, on God, no cap, you looking good today? I would try to have people say that. Only one person ever came up and said it.
I think my life has just become to a point where whenever I go outside, I have to just be ready, whatever I'm doing, to just stop and take a photo. And I don't mind just to stop and chat with you guys, but the whole photo process, to me, I don't like it. You do like 10,000 of them, and after a while you just feel like you're an animal at a zoo that's like a prop for someone.
Yeah, that makes sense. What would it be like before pictures on cameras in phones? Like if you saw Justin Long in 1980, I imagine you just kind of go up and you're like, hey, because you probably aren't carrying around like a DSLR camera. Just Long's like, hey, and you're like, oh, I liked you in this movie that won't come out for 30 years. And he's like, dope, cool. And it's more so about like why you like them. And then, you know, there's a conversation there rather than the picture. The picture for me is my out though. If I'm talking to someone, there's usually a lull because people just come up to see if I'm Ludwig and then they find out and then they got nothing for me. And it's like, well, I got nothing for you, man, either. So if I'm like, hey, do you want a picture? They're usually like, yeah. And then it's over after the picture's done. But at the end of the day, you just need to know what you want and know how to express that to someone in a way that's like nice and gracious. Here's an example. I was going to dinner the other day with Cutie. This is after she ran into a glass door and was mildly concussed. She couldn't like look at the computer because it would give her a throbbing headache. So we thought we'd take the day off and go to like a museum. So I went to Hayao Miyazaki's museum exhibit in the Academy Awards Museum. Super cool exhibit, by the way. After it, my sister also lives in LA. So we're like, let's get dinner with your sister. One of the places that I decided to go to is called Spago. It's a restaurant created by Wolfgang Puck. It's basically like his baby. It's his first restaurant. We're there. Waiter comes over. I'm ordering steak. In walks Wolfgang Puck. And I don't recognize who the hell Wolfgang Puck is, but Cutie does. Because Cutie is obsessed with baking and cooking. And he's at the table next to us shooting the shit like he was pals with them for the past 20 years. This might be a little confusing. I know it's his restaurant. He does not act as the head chef there. So Wolfgang walks over to our table after talking with them for a while, and he notices Cutie. I don't know. He like super likes Cutie. I get it. I like her too. Back off, Wolfgang. What the hell is even that? I have way better hair than you. And Wolfgang's like, hey, yeah, this. I don't give a shit about this. I'm looking at Wolfgang. I'm thinking to myself, man, a fucking picture with Wolfgang would bang on Instagram right now. And so I say, out of the blue, hey, would you mind taking a pic? And he's like, okay. Wolfgang Puck in the flesh. Here's the moral of the story. I only wanted one thing out of the interaction. It was a picture. And he could have said no. I had made my request kindly, and he has to set his boundaries. You just have to know what you want from the interaction. And sometimes if you don't know what you want or you can't express what you want, you'll have a bad interaction. Here's a good example. You might have seen this video. It's a guy who snuck backstage to meet Logan Paul to try to ask him for a job.
I quit my job legit.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like on stage? Or you just like?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak videos.
I'm sorry. I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to your brother. I'm trying to talk about business. Trying to get a job.
Oh, so you really got what it takes?
I don't.
Then why would I
need a
mentor?
mentor.
I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
I'm not.
Media.
But I'm not the guy directly.
You're the guy.
Look, I have to go. If you really are serious about it, bro, you should move to LA and just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person in LA. I'm serious. That's it.
That was a weird fucking interaction. But part of the thing was the guy didn't really express what he wanted well. He also had a bit of a huge ask. And then he also wasn't okay with the boundaries set by like the YouTuber Logan Paul in that situation. Like, I'm not saying I would hire someone who came up to me, but if someone wanted a job, if that was their goal, they would need to do all the work for me. If you're coming up, you need to have a goal in mind of what you want from the interaction. And the more clear you are, the better an interaction you'll have. Makes sense? That's all good. I'm going to an Arcane premiere, like the season finale tonight, which is why I'm dressed like a Bond villain. There's a lot more questions. You guys stay scared of life and stuff, huh? Let me tell you, it doesn't change. You're always scared and you never know what you're doing. When you realize everyone's a dumbass who's scared, it doesn't feel bad when you're a dumbass who's scared. Just remember that. Hey, let's have a passcode amongst us. This is our secret passcode. Yo, what's up, man? That's our passcode. It's subtle. By the way, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so thanks for the subs. I'm done. All right, goodbye, boys.
You've got mail.